to some sort of platform or what. Okay, so next. So second art, the art of aesthetics. I was really proud of myself for spelling that word right. So the art of aesthetics is the art of discovering beauty and to express one's creativity on their talent. Many people know I'm really into art and music. So what did Oguro help me becoming a lover of performances? I love performances. I joined all 7 showcases, numerous performances, outside of school and in school. I just feel really comfortable on stage. I love it. So I determined a passion of music and art at Oguro School. So as some people know, I came from a scary middle school. Like, it was really good, like in the city in China, but it was just military level training in math, Chinese, English, and science, and it was just all that. I have 30 minutes a week to play music, and that's all. That's all I did for 2.5 years. And Oguro was the place that gave me the freedom to express myself in that direction. So here is the most important event I performed in. It was at the tea fundraising. It was really stressful. All the people looked that they're really important. And, so my hands were sweaty, I was shaking before I did it, and I think it eventually came out really well. And thanks to Isabella and Clark and Sanaya that we worked together. Oh, and of course Eric, and we pulled this performance together. Can we play the video, please?
Where you want to go?
my performance at the tea, and hope you guys liked it. So that's my third art. So the art of inquiry. So this art is the art of truth-seeking and discovering self-awareness. So my central question is, how did the India trip truly inspire me in various ways? So a side note, all the juniors, please go to India. It's awesome, right? So here is my artifact. So this was a story I sprained to my ankle in the jungle of India. And what I learned is not to always bring my braces with me. It's more about supporting each other. So you see people standing around me and smiling and taking a picture. But before they did that, they were helping me in all sort of ways. People were talking with me about how well I feel, and see Bryce was really worried, just trying to give me a hand. And it was me that said no, but yeah, people are really worried, and I really appreciate that. So they stick with me. They could have the choice to, a part of them, they could have walked out and went back earlier, but they all decided to stay, and we were waiting for the school and the other people to find a solution. And as everybody knows, eventually the local villagers, they came with a mysterious language. We couldn't understand each other, so we're just waving hands, trying to let each other understand what's the case right now. And eventually they took the motorbike, I was on it, and then we got out of the jungle. So I was really touched by this whole experience. And that night I was sleeping, I was just thinking that how wonderful this world is and how wonderful the people are. And here are the boys of my class, and I love them, yay! Yeah. So for the entire Indian trip, we don't have our phones, we don't have our computers, and all we did, we sit together, like in a circle, or just in the room, talk about all sort of things, like politics, like girls, 911, all kind of different things. And it was a hell of fun. We also kicked soccer around in the room, throw bananas at the fans, and no pausing there, no, I'm telling everything. Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. Straight up, 20 and more days. We had fun every single night. Every single night. It was a lot of fun. So the art of engagement is the art of risk-taking and self-motivating. What I mean of that, here is the reason. When the Angel's Landing stood in front of me, what did I choose to do? I believe a lot of people was going to talk about it. But I believe for me it was especially important because I felt like somebody else, the other group of our class, they did it together, and I did it alone because I was too scared. And I was left behind, and by myself, I was really scared, just shaking, standing on the rock that's tilted, and I was just there holding the chain. And the chain was so cold, almost felt like my entire body, my blood is running cold also. I was just hesitating there for 10 minutes until I saw a probably 80 years old grandpa just sprinting up Angel's Landing. And I was staring at him going all the way up, and I was wondering, what am I doing here? So I started thinking, is this the time that I should push myself to get over with this fear of height, to get rid of this fear of being really tired, exhausted, and I thought it through. So I did my first step, and a second step, and a third, and it took me 5 minutes to do the fourth. Then everything else just followed through. I was climbing higher and higher, and the wind gets even scarier. It feels like airplane engine blowing in front of me, and I was gonna fall. And somebody's backpack hit me, so I almost fall off. But I was eventually being able to make it. And I made it down. That's why I'm alive here. So this is my selfie up there, and it was great view. The falcons and the birds, they're flying at the same level because they can't get even higher. And can you believe a human climbed that high to be the same level as the birds flying? That was amazing. I enjoyed so much up there, and I almost didn't want to come down. So, here comes the Pathless project. I call it Cooking My Heart Out. It's kind of random, right? I was talking about how interested I'm in music, how interested I'm in art, and actually I'm really interested in cooking. So my grandparents has lived with my parents and me for 15 years before I came here. My grandma is used to be a nurse, then she got into cooking, and she's a great cook, and that's why I got all this fat on me. Just enjoyed her food for the whole life. And that got me interested in cooking as well. So I always stood next to my grandma when she was cooking, and I just tried to learn what she was doing. So I was just demonstrating. At the beginning, I was terrible at it, and then I'm slowly getting better and better as I grow older, because I actually understand how hot the fire is and how food works. I thought I was just tossing everything in the pot and just heat it up, and that's cooking. But now I know better. So I cook not just because I enjoyed food. I feel like it's a way of building a relationship between people. Like, the reason why people having barbecues and invite friends over, or like having home parties and cook, like why they don't buy food from outside or from a restaurant, why they don't order in. Because I feel like that's, when you cook food, you also put your love in there, and it's a way of sharing. I feel like if I am able to be good at cooking, I'm able to make more friends in the future, I'm able to build a stronger relationship in my family, and other families too. So here is my past project. So I worked in the school kitchen for a week. That's the first part of my project. My schedule was to go at 8:30 in the morning, and I cook with Chef Anna and Michael, and deeply respect for the chefs. They're just a lot of work, and whoever complains about the food, you should try work a day there, and see if you want to complain about it again. So I worked the whole morning. Then I served food to the rest of the school. Unfortunately, you guys were not here because you guys were on a camping trip. So I served to the little kids and junior highs. And it was even harder than cooking, because some kids, they talk like this, like, "Can I have a strawberry, please?" And everybody else is talking there, and you can't hear anything. And then the lines that were waiting started getting mad. They're like, "What are you doing? Like, serve the food." I'm like, I can't hear what she's saying, and she's like, "I can't have a strawberry." And there's also kids, like there's a boy who's really picky about food. So he came in like, "Can I have one pea, please? One pea?" And so I served one pea into his plate, and now that's all he's gonna eat for lunch. So I'm always really worried. So I started convincing him to eat more food. Like, take the soup, take the rice. You have to feed us up, you have to go growing up. And I have to take like 5 minutes to try to convince him to take more food. And that's like my day for a whole week. Then after exhausting lunch service, I'm able to eat the rest of the food. So I eat, and that's quickly that I need to start cleaning up. So I have to clean the kindergarten area, which a lot of food are left on the ground. So I have to sweep for a long time. I have to come back to the kitchen, start washing dishes, and thinking about the dishes for 70, 80 people. Like, people are having a hard time washing dishes in the house, and try to wash dishes in the kitchen. Have fun. And it was 80 people's dishes, soup, like forks, knives, bowls, and all the pots we used in the kitchen, and clean all the surfaces, and it was insane. And so I worked till like 2:30 in the afternoon, finally able to get off, went back to my room, and just pass out. Just straight going to bed and wake up like 9 at night. And that was hell of an experience, but it was really fun. It was really fun, and that gave me a massive respect. Like, from now on, I respect every single dish that came out of the kitchen, because I know how much effort and time they put in there. So here's a picture. I cooked in the kitchen. Was cutting like 3 boxes of. I was like cleaning 3 boxes of kale and veggies. It was tiring. My hands are shaking. So this is my second part of my past project. So this is a challenging part. I'm supposed to cook 2 dinners for Weston House, and they have to be good because people are picky. And it's really hard because I have to invent the dishes. I can't just find a recipe and cook it, and that would be not challenging at all. So I tried to create dishes. I tried hundreds of recipes together. I tried them all, made like 15 dishes and tried them, taste them all, and tried to choose the best one. And so this is one of the dishes I did. Pasta raviolis with mushrooms and onions. It was pretty good, and then I realized the difficulty of cooking for 15 people. Here is one of the pictures. The first night I cooked in Besa House. I made veggie patties with microgreens with balsamic vinegar and honey. So that's appetizer, and the mushroom crostini, and then brown butter sage raviolis for the entree. And so I was rushing it so hard because there are 15 kids in the Besa House. We don't have 45 dishes to do 3 courses food. So as I'm serving food, I need to wash the dishes. And then it gets really hard and I mess up the seasoning. And the last ravioli tastes really bland, and I think people hated it. I mean, everybody still gave me a smile saying, "Good job, Nathan, it was really good." And I really appreciate it, thank you guys. You guys ate them all. Thank you so much. And then even worse experience come. And this is the second time. So I feel like Besa House has been eating veggies for a long time, and I feel like it would be cool if I can go do a picnic so we can include some protein products, meat. So we get on there. I borrowed stoves from Bo. Thank you very much for lending me all those, and they were really helpful. So we cooked and had a lot of food. And they are just all ingredients. They didn't really make it into dishes at the end. So people are starving for hours. I was trying to serve food as fast as I could. And I don't know, I wish people enjoyed it. Like Patrick's saying, everybody loved it. I hope it's true. Well, thanks to Bo again, like he brought a lot of games, so people were distracted by the games. I wasn't really focusing on the mess in the kitchen. So, thank you so much. I mean, thank you again. So here, that's the picture. You see the kitchen? So we have 2 stoves, and I had like 3 pans total, and the heat was not really hot enough, so it takes forever to boil food, and I really didn't plan ahead. So a lot of my food need to be pre-boiled, and I couldn't do it on time. So at the end, we can only serve the appetizers because they are easier to make. And I wish I can plan ahead better next time. Well, if there is a next time, I cook for a group. But for sure, in the future, I learned this lesson. I will be creating a better party for people I met in the future. So moving on, I'm ready to take off. I'm really reluctant to leave. That's true because Okuro has been giving me an awesome time. But the most important things I want to thank to Okuro is to give me the direction of future. So here is my artifact. It's a pretty controversial one. So these are the offers I got from colleges. And the important part is not what colleges I got and what numbers of offers I got. That's not important at all. The important part is how I chose them and where I decided to go at the end. Because I'm not going to the rest of the 6 colleges I got into. They really means nothing to me at this point. So the top 4 are the art schools, and the bottom 3 are the general universities. At junior year, I was so determined that I'm gonna go to art schools. Every people come to, "Oh, Nathan, what's your direction for college?" Art school only. No general university, not at all, not a chance. And then things start changing after I actually started thinking about universities and colleges. I feel like one day I was thinking of my life at Okuro. What made my life in Okuro so fun is I'm able to do the general academic stuff and I'm able to do art and music. Like what if one day I can only do art and music and I'm missing that school part? Like I believe it's helping me a lot. Then I started thinking maybe an art program in a UC school will become a better option. Then I dig deeper into programs in different schools. Then I found the architecture in UC Berkeley. I felt like that's a major and a place where I go, I can meet a lot of awesome people. Like they're not just only artists, they can be great students in business, great students in like doctor, like medical, like all kind of different things. And I feel like that's gonna just make my life even wider. I can see more stuff than just focusing on one narrow path. So that's why I chose Berkeley. And this is my final summary. My gateway is coming to an end, and this is a picture of my class, and that's my everything here. Like these people gave me the best 4 years I've experienced so far in my life, and I enjoyed every bit about it. Like we sometimes have fights, but we always talk it out and we start laughing at the end, loving each other every single time. And they've been through all the camping trips, Southwest trip, India trip, and we have just been supporting each other and loving each other. And thank you so much, guys, for being with me for 4 years. Yeah, that's it. That's my gateway. Thank you so much. Give a little bit of respect to everyone that comes. Thank you so much.
Does anyone have any questions for Nathan?
Right.
Oh, Bro's got one.
Okay, Bo.
Will you come back on one of your breaks and cook another meal for us?
Yes, for sure. Oh, okay. I'm coming back for almost every single showcase. I promised to Eric I would do it. And also, I'm coming back if I couldn't find a job. Alright. Any other questions? No? Oh, Meredith?
Is there, when you had your cooking experience, is there something that you particularly, a kind of food that you particularly enjoy cooking?
I would say because I learned all my basics as from China, so I'm like my basics is like my foundation of cooking is all Chinese dishes. Then before I even mastered that, I came to US and there's just no way for me to have any access like easily to Chinese ingredients, and I started cooking Western food. So my food is like a mixing. So it's like sometimes using Chinese tactics in making Western food, and it sometimes turns out weird, sometimes turns out awesome. So I'll keep exploring on that direction. I found out it's an interesting way of cooking. Yeah. Luis?
Yeah, great gateway.
Thanks.
I just feel like you should give a little shout out to Eric.
Oh.
Yeah, who helped you.
Oh yes, right. So let's go back to the picture where I'll do it really fast. Yes, perfect. One more. So you see the two guys, you can't really see their face. They were Paul and Eric. They gave me an incredible help with my second dinner I cooked. They were with me the whole afternoon from grocery shopping till the finishing. And thank you so much, guys. And also for Louis that provided the ingredients. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? That's it? Sanaya? Oh. You want to raise your hand? Okay. What? Oh, clapping. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.